ladies and gents. I'm Enasia Colón, Sr., and this is the EC Show coming to you from sunny South Florida. As always, my right-hand man, Mr. Swagger McDougan's, About That Life, Joseph Budo. This is a full EJ production in association with Jeremy Torres and the boys here at the Center for Performing Arts in Coral Springs. Jacob Maxwell Friedman.
Say his name.
Is in the building with us today. Jordan 2.0 and Jordan Crate from Jordan Crate Photography is also in the house. This show is sponsored by KD Power Greens, our urban farm microgreens company that I own my kids. Please visit kdpowergreens.com. The episode is powered by Ignite Social. Ashley Oliver always does an amazing job with all of our social media. And as always, get all of your EC Respect merch at enasiacolon.com. ENASIACOLON.com. And she is the female version of a magician.
Yeah, my dad was so impressed with that goal. And he didn't get to see the angle or did you show him?
No.
He didn't get to see the replay ESPN Plus version of it. We got to see the live stream one, and it was still impressive. But when I got to see it actually slow down, see the Meg cut back, and then when they showed the back view of the goalie, how she just completely crossed her body with that left foot, the goalie thought it was going to the right side. No.
How does UCF rank among
I have no idea and I really don't care. The explanation that Mr. ESPN over here just gave me, I didn't even need to describe the damn goal because he described it like it was the late Stuart Scott. May he rest in peace.
Also throw it out there that she put I would have scored the goal. Okay, I don't play.
Let's not go there.
Whoa! If I was that girl,
well, they can comment. Well, you and I just can't. Yeah. So go ahead. They can say it.
She needs to be benched. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not a big fan of benching, but I feel like the opportunity was missed.
So for those that don't know, didn't watch, Enasia at Arizona State came to Orlando and played the UCF Knights. It was a 1-1 draw. Enasia scored the goal for Arizona State. The goal scored by UCF was a deflected goal that bounced off of some girl's back.
And it had happened early.
And then went in.
Ene scored in the 28th.
So they scored in the 25th. We scored in the 28th. With a minute left, there was a breakaway. Enasia gets the ball. She's literally far right, crosses the ball into the middle of the park, like literally like 6-yard box just above the goalkeeper.
Listen, if you had to do that pass to record it for a training video for soccer, that's the exact way that pass should look. And exactly where that pass should have went. And it bent around the defender and went right to the foot. That just happened to fly over.
That just happened to...
Listen, and we could all talk shit, and I do it all the time in football, and I'm like, oh, he should have caught that. Meanwhile, I'm not on the field. I'm a loser.
Nah,
but I can...
Jake, like the ball...
I'm a couch commentator, dude. You know what? And not in Enasia or her teammates' position, but when I do those commentations on NFL, you're getting paid $100 million. You need to catch that damn ball.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry to say it.
Shout out to everybody that showed up. Thank you so much for the people that came up. We had a couple of surprises of people we didn't even know that was going to show up that drove up that day and showed love. It's crazy. Yeah. We really appreciate it. We're extremely thankful. To be quite honest with you, man, I'm just so thankful. Enasia scored, right? And I'm sitting maybe like 4 seats above the top of the bleachers because you want to be able to see the whole view of the field.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can't make this up. This is a true story. In my head, when she scored, I tripped over every step going down. But in all actuality, the people behind me would tell me I was floating over the steps because she scored and I just flew down to the bottom and started screaming.
Spanish or English?
Everything, you name it. It was Spanish, English. It was
arroz con pollo.
Because
all types of weird shit.
The goal was ridiculous. She played a give and go. It was supposed to be turned over. She megs the girl. She breaks 3 other people, and she hits it with her left foot, and she scores.
ESPN Plus was like literally 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders burned, and then goal. I was like, that was a much better view than what I see.
Seriously.
I'm zooming in on my phone, playing it again. Bro, I did that slow-mo of that pass.
Her weak foot's her left foot.
6 to 7 times I watched that pass in slow motion. I was just like...
The crazy part about it...
And you can see the frustration on Ene, because she was on the floor, and she was just like, oh, that was
After the game was over, Enasia was frustrated. You got to finish that, in my opinion. But, you know, as soon as I got to see her after the game, it's just, there's a level of standard. I was like, why didn't you get the second goal? Like, that's just the way it is. Like, just, listen, you scoring is expected.
Yes. Okay, see, all right, now...
You scoring is expected.
But you expect a hat trick.
Yes, but that's like, okay, but that's exceptional. Like, if the hat trick is exceptional, then that's the level, right?
Yeah.
But you scoring every game for us is expected. If you get the second goal, cool. If you get the third goal, phenomenal. Those are the levels. Like
Yeah.
this is how it is.
So it's good, great, phenomenal.
Yes, this is how it has to be.
And
Like
she doesn't score what?
prime example.
Push-ups?
We watched a lot of football. We're gonna get into it in a second. You see some guys that just look okay. You see some guys that look good, and you see some guys that look phenomenal. Like
I've
it's just.
seen a lot of shit this week.
Oh man, look, listen.
I've
We'll-
seen
we'll-
a lot
hold
of-
on, we'll get into it. We don't want to get too far ahead. We'll get into it. But look, I was thankful. I was appreciative. It was good to see Enasia. It was great to see her this weekend.
Always, of course. Yeah, seeing your
And
baby.
it was just enjoyable. I was extremely thankful. It was hot as hell. But I appreciate everybody that came out and support, everybody that watched. I appreciate you guys too. I was getting text messages as the game was going on, but I wasn't really answering nobody.
Nah.
I was just so focused
No,
on the
you
game.
you hit us with the Enasia goal. And
That's
then
it.
I don't expect to hear from you for the rest of the game.
I was so happy.
Until another goal goes.
It was so hot. I was so happy. I bought everybody water. Like,
Waters for everybody.
Water for everybody. At halftime, I got all the waters. Everybody got waters.
When you said Enasia goal, was that like live?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It was literally as it happened. Like
Yeah.
when I got back to sitting down.
You
Yeah,
texted.
after he climbed back up the stairs.
No, because it's funny. I had seen Dave, and shout out to him and the family that came with him. I seen him today again, coincidentally.
Shout out to that family.
EJ.
Why? What happened?
We'll
Did
explain.
they bring you a gift?
We'll explain.
Did he
off,
get a gift or something?
We'll explain off camera. So shout out to them. They showed up, and I seen Dave again today, and Dave was the one who told me that. He goes, I was like, Dave, in my head, I fell. And he was like, well, you were floating off the bleachers, to be quite honest with you. Because I was just literally like this. And they were impressed by me not busting my ass off the bleachers, to be quite honest with you.
They don't
But-
know that you play pickleball, bro. You're nimble on
Nah,
that.
it was really enjoyable to see her. It was enjoyable. All right, let's get down to it. Week 3 picks. No, week 3 picks. We're recapping week 3 picks. Of the
Yeah,
NFL.
I cooked up. Y'all all
So-
took Bengals. Me and Joe
Wait, hold on, slow down.
took Washington.
So myself and EJ had
had
the
a lot
most
of-
right.
Yeah, I had a lot of upsets, man.
Joe, Jake, and Jordan had the most wrong, right?
Jake had the most wrong.
Oh, Jake had the most.
I thought I did. I had 8
You
wrong.
had 8 wrong. He had 8 wrong. Jake had 9.
Well, there was in my defense, every one of my losses was a damn upset. Minus.
And shout out to
Minus the
Feingold,
Falcons.
because we appreciate your Excel spreadsheet.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you
it
so
was
much.
beautiful. It was
Makes things so
I
much
made a
easier.
few mistakes.
You
But
did- It's
all good.
okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
We're human.
Next week
We're
we'll do
human.
that.
Next week, but it was immaculate. He had the names. He had
Picks, they were
the
green.
greens were wins, the reds were losses.
I
You
mean,
know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
have to
Everything
put
was
the
beautiful.
red.
Yeah, no, it was
Can you not-
easy though.
can
Did you
not do
answer
that?
in the group chat? Did you?
No, he did not.
No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
He's the only one, right? Because you had asked me for Levon's number. Shout out to Levon.
Yeah, he's
Levon,
the
we
only one that
appreciate
didn't
you.
say anything.
Yeah, you're the only one that didn't say anything. I noticed that too just now.
Fuck
as
you
I'm
too,
sitting here.
Miller.
I noticed that just now, and I'm like, wait a minute, Miller didn't say anything. But no, shout out to
He goes,
Levon.
oh wow, like
Oh
he just
wow!
saw
Look at this.
fucking
Look at this whole thread
you
of fucking.
imagine?
Look at this whole thread of nice,
Yeah.
enjoying football commentating.
Shout out to Levon because Levon was on the last episode. We appreciate
Shout out
him.
to my brother Josh Allen for doing what I needed you to do. You got benched at halftime, but that's all we needed was the first.
So
half, brother.
listen, we have to be mindful, and I want to bring this up because I did just mention Levon. We have to be mindful, and I said I was going to say this before the show had started.
Well, you should probably
Our
say
last episode, no matter how much I asked YouTube not to flag us, our last episode still got flagged. Not for the language, it was literally for something Levon said that doesn't even make sense. And you can't say this stuff.
I just wish they would say at 23 minutes
What
and
was it?
42
I
seconds.
can't
this
say it
needs to
because
be
if I
removed.
say it here, then they'll flag us again.
I think that
It took us 3 days.
Google, YouTube, if
3
whoever's listening,
days to figure out what it was.
A quick request from the podcast guys on this side. If you could just give us the time of the violation,
We'll
would
fix
make,
it.
It will make our lives so much easier. I'm not going through my whole episode and guessing what pissed you guys off.
It took them 3 days to respond
Dude,
to
I'm
finally
flagged.
figure it out.
If I'm flagged, I leave it. My
It was
episode
nuts.
yesterday's flagged.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Joey Bonetti too, because Joey Bonetti's the one who pointed
Shout
it
out
out to
Joey
me.
B.
We appreciated Joey B. He really looked out, and I was like, Jesus, I can't
That's
catch
the
a
one
break.
who's commenting on my video.
Joey Bonetti.
Well, because I have a lot. I'm Italian. I know a lot of Joey B's. And it's Joey to the B is the YouTube name, but it could be Benetti, which I'm leaning more towards Benetti. But then I thought it might have been my boy Joe Butera, who also comments on it. Butera, Joe Buddha. I mean, it could be Joe Buddha, my cousin. I don't
All
know.
of you
a lot of
Italians.
Joey B's out there. Joey B's are just flying around like crazy these days. That
Joseph,
was a nightmare.
they have all the same name. Joseph, Anthony, Anthony, Joseph. They're
Robert
all the same.
Anthony.
They're all Robert Anthony.
We
They're
just
all the
flip 'em.
same nonsense. Like it's all crazy.
Benny Joseph,
But out of
Joseph,
week 3,
Philip Joseph,
I had my. I knew that was gonna happen. My Rams 49ers pick. I knew the Rams were gonna win. Shout out to
I
LeVon.
knew the
LeVon
Rams were
called
gonna
the
win.
Red Rifle. Carolina winning.
Did.
You know what's funny is I thought I did too when we talked about it, but it clearly I didn't because I seen the spreadsheet. But every
What else shocked you guys?
sheet that I played, I picked Carolina.
Had to be Denver. Had to be Denver.
Yeah, see,
right?
like, okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I had mad losses. Whatever. All upsets in my eyes.
Who
Besides
saw
the Falcons.
Denver beating Tampa Bay?
I don't know. There was
Baker
another.
was doing a
Minnesota
promise
was
face.
another one that was considered an upset.
No, we said Minnesota was gonna win. We all called it.
No, I don't think so.
No, I said.
No, I
said,
took Houston.
Me, you, and LeVon only said it.
Yeah, but that one wasn't surprising.
Also,
That
I
was-
wasn't surprised they were already
also,
2-0.
when I come on the show and I pick the team's money line, I'm manifesting in my brain my fantasy football teams. So I picked Cardinals because I had
Yeah, a bunch of them.
I
on
had
there.
Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, and James Conner. So I
And we normally
internally need the
we
Cardinals.
normally
to-
go D-Twa all the time, you and I.
A
yeah,
surprising-
always D-Town. I never not go against D.
A surprising one's the Bengals. Washington's in decent hands with Daniels in the future.
He
looked better.
looked
He's smart.
phenomenal.
Yeah, he's smart.
He looked phenomenal. So that's what I'm saying. There's levels to this, right? He looked phenomenal. Now, mind you, Sam Darnold looked really good because Sam Darnold only threw for 187. He threw 4 tutties, but he only threw 187.
Yeah.
Daniels is
Daniels
smart.
looked out of this world.
Yeah, he's smart.
The long ball that he was throwing to McLaurin, like
Looked
that
good.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, looked
Like
good.
that
Bro,
was
that throw.
both of them.
Let's also remember the fact that Terry McLaurin is.
No, that ball though was.
That guy's-
ball looked
He
good.
threw 2 of them.
That
That's
guy's,
one.
The
that guy's
first
got like
one looked
17
good.
quarterbacks that have thrown him a touchdown pass. It's wild. They put it up on the screen. I was like, holy hell, that's a lot of
So
quarterbacks.
EJ and I are tied for week 3 wins. I don't know how we need
He
to figure out a
copied all my
tiebreaker.
picks.
How do you do it? How we do a tiebreaker? Like how do we decide
We
that?
do the points. We'd have to do points for Monday night.
We're gonna do for points for Monday night.
If it's
But the
a
thing
tie-
is now they're
So
doing
I
two-
won,
Time out.
buddy.
Hey, slow down, slow down.
Yes, the
Now, but the
Commanders
hard part
beat
is
the
they're
shit
doing
out of the
2
Bengals.
Monday night games.
Well, are they doing how? Somebody else asked me how often.
I think they're gonna do it every week.
starting now.
Yeah, starting last week.
Well, I mean, they didn't do it for the first. And then the week prior, week 2, had 10 1:00 games.
Wait, there's
which is
another.
wild.
This Monday has 2 at Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm here for it. The more football, the better for me.
No, I'm with that too. I really enjoy it. Congratulations to Joe, who ended up going 6-0 in all of his fantasy leagues this
Well,
week.
no,
you won
my
this
partner-
week, right?
Sure did.
We won.
I was
EJ
sleeper
and I
watching your
haven't
shit.
gotten a win in live draft yet. Of course.
I loved your
we
reverse,
would
by
have
the way. You're
beat
doing a lot of reverse.
every team in the league in live draft this week, except the team we played. George ended up scoring 160
Yeah,
out of left field.
If
Yeah.
we would have played you, we would've played him.
Listen, that's the story of fantasy football, dog. you know how many
So
games
dumb.
I've lost scoring 160, and the only person that beat me is the person I'm playing. That happens probably about 6 or 7 times a year.
So we got 5 3-0 teams in the league right now, in NFL league, 5 3-0. And how many 0-3 teams?
Like 4.
Okay, so we got a question, because EJ and I were talking about this earlier. Hot seat coaches, real quick. Peterson, McCartney
Brian Daboll.
Peterson's for who?
for the Jaguars.
They look terrible.
Dayball's probably the least on the hot seat because the Giants have actually been playing better as of late.
Dable's not in
League
trouble.
neighbors look
I
like
don't
Tom
think so
OBJ.
neither,
Oh.
but
Dable's
EJ
okay.
thinks so.
And bro,
So we
Dable's
got
okay.
Peterson.
Listen, the Giants.
We got
also had-
Peterson.
Would they have 8 sacks?
We
on the
got,
day?
who else did I say? What's the
I
second
think
one?
Mike McCarthy.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Wait a second.
He's not in trouble.
Peterson. Who else?
Quinn.
McCartney.
No,
Bengals head coach.
Quinn's leading a good
McCartney.
He's
Who's Quinn?
Quinn is with Washington. No, he's not. Peterson.
Oh,
hold
Washington.
on. Peterson.
They're
McCartney.
2-1.
Peterson.
They're
McCartney.
2-1.
Don't listen to Joe.
Yeah.
Peterson. McCartney.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals coach, Taylor.
Zach
I
Taylor.
don't think
Taylor.
you need to blame any of these coaches.
Hold
pal.
on. Let me finish. Hold
Players
on.
suck.
There's 2 more. We said Dayball, and who was the last one?
Trevor Lawrence needs to hang it up.
Daboll and
There was one more.
Dayball is straight, brother.
Who's 0-3?
I don't want to get rid of Dayball.
Not
I want to get rid of Daniel
Tennessee.
Jones. Dayball.
Bengals.
Coach is fine. Quarterback got to go.
I don't
Listen, DJ's doing
The
his thing
only
right
one
now,
out of
so-
that whole list is maybe Peterson. Maybe.
Maybe Hope and
it's
and
fucking
Mike
Lawrence's
Holmgren
fault.
from Dallas. You can't. You
Oh,
cannot
Dallas
have that.
sucks,
Who?
dude.
Dallas. Mike
McCartney?
Holmgren.
Dallas sucks.
McCartney. Sorry, McCartney.
I mean,
To all my Dallas fans out there, we have the same record
They're
as the
1-2.
Giants.
You can't really fire the guy right now.
Dude, they've been getting pissed on at home.
I mean, they got like 1 or 2 more weeks. If they lose like 1 or 2 more weeks in a row, then he might
Let's
be.
talk
but,
about,
like,
you guys want to talk about a real mind-boggler? How about the Saints and Eagles going into the fourth quarter, 3-0? Real whopper of a game that was.
I mean,
What did it end up, 15-12?
15, yeah. something
Yeah, it's just two
stupid.
great defenses, though.
Sirianni obviously has way too much power over there, but
He should be 3-0. He blew the Atlanta game.
he's terrible.
The Giants should be 2-1. Malik Neighbors makes that catch week 2.
Malik Neighbors.
We had no kicker that whole
Malik
game. I
Neighbors.
just want to throw that out there.
Malik Neighbors is saving Daniel Jones' job.
Well, I mean,
Also-
literally, all you got to do is throw the ball up. The guy's going to catch it.
Why can't punters kick extra points?
I think they can. Now, the whole game, I'm like, let the punter try. Because we've tried two-point. The Giants, first team in NFL history to score 3 touchdowns, hold the opposing team to 0 touchdowns,
And lose.
lose the game. Leave it to the Giants to write that script.
I'm
Jesus
laughing because that sounds like one of those made-up statistics, like how they do in the NBA when
No,
they be
no,
like,
no,
the
they
first
kick
player
7
to ever
field
do
goals, we scored 3
8 and
touchdowns,
8.
no
You know what I'm
extra
talking about?
Yep.
Like the stupid statistic
Yeah,
that
they
make
find the stupid in there.
Bro, I mean, that's not stupid. We look stupid. We scored 3 touchdowns, didn't let up a touchdown, and lost to 7 field goals. Come on, dude.
I mean, their kicker was money for me.
I mean, we had no kicker.
Find out who the last place teams are for me, please. Pull that up. Like, I'm serious. Like, I don't know why.
Jacksonville,
It's definitely Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Tennessee's own.
Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and Tennessee are the 3.
Oh, who would have thought Cincy be 0-3?
Yeah, but Tennessee's coach isn't going anywhere because they just signed him. So, but the thing is, for me, Jacksonville wasn't even competing at one
Bro,
point
Zach
last
Taylor.
it
year.
was so. When I was watching the game, all I could think about in my head was they're going to go up so much that Josh Allen's going to get pulled from this game, and I'm not going to get the points I need.
And not even
Thankfully-
that, Trevor-
Thankfully, he threw that last little. I remember you in the chat with you guys. I go, either I'm getting Tyler Bass points here, or he's throwing a missile. I
Trevor
go,
Lawrence looks lost.
Lost like a puppy.
Yeah, because he just got married. He's focused on other shit.
Oh, his head's up
brutal,
his
bro.
anus.
It's
Don't
brutal.
worry,
You,
he'll be
you
back.
compare him to a guy like
He'll be
Lamar
back once he gets a
Jackson.
divorce.
You compare him to a guy like Lamar Jackson, who also only has, 1 win? These guys are on like 2 different
I
levels.
told
No,
I
but
said
Lamar-
it on this pod. Run the tape back. Baltimore Ravens, no matter what, will not go 0-3. I was very, very committed on that one.
Dallas made it close, though.
At the very end, they were getting slaughtered the whole game, and all of a sudden, Dak woke up and he must have hit some sniffing salts in
Yeah.
the fourth quarter.
Kansas City.
But guess what?
Kansas City.
Dallas still
Kansas
sucks.
City thinks Joe thinks Kansas City's fake. They're 3-0.
Yep.
You got the Pittsburgh Steelers, who their defense is absolutely
I'm still
exceptional.
not sold on the Steelers.
And Mike Tomlin with his black Air Force Ones
I
gets
love
it
Tomlin.
done. He's
I actually met Tomlin.
Listen to me. Behind Belichick, he is hands down the best coach in the NFL. It's not even
100%.
close.
100%. Because
Marquise
he doesn't take any
Pouncey-
bullshit.
Marquise-
Huh?
Because he doesn't take any bullshit.
No, Marquise said that straight up that he knows a lot of coaches and everything throughout the league. He said hands down that Mike Tomlin should go down.
That's why he has the
as coach
tenure
second.
he has at his job. I mean, the guy doesn't take bullshit, and he's a winner.
No, he's a winner. He knows exactly what he
The
wants.
funniest thing I've ever seen him do was when he was in the last year of his contract, and the beat reporters kept asking him about it. And the beat reporter said, "Yeah, you got 1 year left on your contract." He just walked off before the guy could even finish the damn question.
Yeah, it
because
doesn't matter.
he's not even worried about that. That's not even on his mind, to be quite honest.
know you- I
Who
know-
else is 3-0?
I know you guys don't want to talk about it. I don't know why it's
Hold on.
season's not over. Baseball.
Steelers, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and that's it.
I'll tell you what.
So the best team for me is the Bills, and out of that 3-0 right now.
the
I
Seahawks,
think the
man.
most real team, Bills. I think the dark horse, who's literally to me has it all put together and could make a great run. And I think Minnesota's the real deal.
The Vikings, man.
I don't
As long
think-
as
I
they
don't think-
stay healthy.
Listen, I don't think these are fluky wins.
If
Cincinnati's not wowing
Let me finish.
bro.
If
Are they blowing people out? No.
If Jones or Jefferson gets hurt, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
It's a wrap. So
But,
Sneaky
I mean,
dark
at the same
horse.
time, though,
Sneaky dark horse.
I mean, everyone thought Jefferson was out. He came out and did his thing. But
yeah, but he didn't
I
even do
think-
anything in the second
I don't.
half.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
but
right now,
Who got Sam Darnold?
bro. He's an animal, dude.
He's
a,
looking
he's
really
bro,
good
he's,
right
they
now.
are. This ain't fluke wins, bro. They are dominating.
Nah, they are.
They are
They
dominating.
really are.
The Saints are
KC
pretenders,
to
though.
me,
The
bro.
Saints are
They haven't
pretenders.
blown out a team. The only reason they're really winning is because Patrick Mahomes is so effing good. See, I caught myself there at clock management. Like he's not putting up mad points, but they have the ball 30 minutes out of the game. Like
Mac-
it's gonna be hard to win.
Mac Jones about to get that career revival?
No,
in
no
Jacksonville?
chance. He looked lost yesterday too. I was just about to get into it.
Trevor Lawrence is hanging up.
Shanahan
Yeah, he's
needs
Or
to
cut
be
his
held-
hair. Do something different.
Shanahan needs to be held responsible for the debacle of that game. because, mind you, while I sat there and said McVay always beats Shanahan, which is true, you cannot blow that type of lead.
How many were they up?
17 or something like that, wasn't it? Like they
Hey,
were up at
but
one point,
it's
like by 17.
McVay, man, never count out the Rams.
You can't do that. Can't happen.
Yo,
it
the
17?
announcers are going, McVay is in his bag.
Like,
I was
they
like, what did
can't
that
do
guy just
that.
say?
I'm not so sure it was 17.
Look, you can look it up. At one point, I think it was 17 points that they were
I'll
up,
fact check it. I'll
and
fact check
it was crazy
10,
because
10 seems more realistic.
no, I think it had to be at least 14,
I don't know.
15.
Fine
Because
goal
I watched that.
gloves,
I
playing
did watch
devil's
that
Listen to me.
game.
At one, let me explain something
I
to
did
you.
watch that game.
No,
That's the only
it was 17.
17.
They were down
They
17.
were down 17. Field goal, touchdown, field goal.
I told you. There's no way. You in the NFL, you cannot lose
Field
that
goal,
type of
touchdown,
13.
field goal is not
And then-
17.
No, my bad. Two touchdowns and a field goal. That's
Okay.
17.
Now it makes
That
me
would be
question,
17.
and now I got to look
Now I'm-
myself.
well,
Well, Jeremy, I
Yeah.
think Jeremy has it because
'Cause,
Jeremy was about to chime in
yeah,
anyway.
I'm gonna
Because
have
they
to
were
look.
down by 17.
Yeah.
They scored a touchdown. And they had to come
You guys
back.
can look it up all you want, but anyway, you can't blow that type of lead against a team that's your rival. It's a division game. Like you can't. That can't happen.
Sorry to
And
say.
mind you, San
should've
Francisco has injuries, but they don't have nowhere near as many injuries as the damn Rams.
But they're injured.
Name a receiver on the Rams right now.
Tyler Johnson.
You can. He
Quentin
can't.
Johnson.
Tyler Johnson.
They were.
It's 17.
I always wonder, like, the stories that you tell. Like,
My real
you were
app is telling me
the
17.
story, like, looking at the screen. Like,
That's what my app is telling me.
oh, yeah?
It was 14-0, and then it went to 14-7, then it went to 21-7. The highest it ever got was 14.
So 14 points.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I miscalculated the field goal.
Yep.
So 14
It's
points.
13. 14 was the highest it ever
So
got.
14. So
Oh,
14.
my bad. I miscalculated one
Yeah,
field
yeah.
goal.
So
Sorry.
14.
My apologies. My
14.
apologies.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
My
deal.
apologies.
You still, you
It doesn't
can't
make it any
blow
better
that.
that they lost.
You can't blow that though. You
Still-
can't blow that.
still use
No, I
difference.
know. I agree.
Two possession, three
I agree.
possession is big. Two possession game and
I
a three
agree,
possession
but-
game.
The Jets look good.
Other than Kyron,
The Jets did look good
the
Thursday.
Jets did look good. The Jets really looked
Aaron
really good.
Yeah, he's good,
Rodgers
man.
is feeling himself.
He was feeling himself. That boy was doing all these swagged out looks.
I'm
to the
I'm waiting for this to come out. They
Well,
probably
if
gonna
he
do
would
this
throw
in-
to him, it'd be good.
Yeah,
He
I'm
doesn't
waiting
throw
for-
to him.
I'm waiting for that.
Throw
It'd
to
be
who?
nice.
Oh, is that one of your players?
Yeah. It'd be nice.
He wants Garrett Wilson to get the
Oh,
throw.
my
All right,
God.
while we're still on football, let's get the week 4
GW.
picks out. We got time? We're good? All right, let's get the week 4 picks out.
All right, you got the Cowboys at the Giants.
That's the Thursday game?
That's the Thursday game.
Oh my God.
You know,
I'm
EJ,
taking-
I
wait.
feel like for copying purposes, we should start this way.
No,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
What are your thoughts?
no, you got to go with EJ.
He
Go with
was, he was
EJ.
going to bite all EJ's picks
Go
like he did
ahead.
last time.
Shut up. Go with EJ.
Every pick was the
taking-
same besides
Bro, this
Bijan.
exact same,
Where's the
bro.
game? Where's the game?
It's in MetLife.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
We're doing money lines, so it's hard.
He goes against the public out here.
Giants.
Cowboys.
Giants!
No.
The New York football Giants.
That's one pick. That's one of my picks. Coffee.
Cowboys.
Saints at Falcons. I'm gonna take the Saints.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons!
Saints.
That's another one. Bengals at Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers.
Bengals.
Bengals.
I get the Bengals got to win this game, dude. Like, and please bench Chuba Hubbard, please, somebody. I got 31 points on him.
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, thank God he didn't take mine. Rams at Bears. I'm gonna take the Rams.
I like the Bears.
The Bears are horrible. Rams.
All right, give me the Rams.
Rams.
Vikings at Green Bay. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's good.
Oh, Jordan Love is back this week, dude. Got to be back this week.
Yeah, he
Does
is.
Green
not
Bay.
matter. Does
I love
not
Vikings, but I got to go Green. I'm going to regret that.
Go,
because
Pack, go.
I'm going to regret that one, I think.
Jacksonville Jaguars at the Texans. I'm gonna take the Texans.
Texans.
Oh, my
Texans.
God. Are you kidding me? I'll take the Texans minus 30. I don't know about that, but.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars. They get their first win.
Woo! Oh, you know
Hey,
how
that's a
fire
red-
hot
that's a
CJ
red-
Stroud is right now. CJ Stroud is
I'm
literally
going to go with
got
Jacksonville.
steam
I'm
coming
going to
out
go
of his
with
ears right
Jacksonville.
now.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
I like it.
Steelers at Colts. The Steelers will win. The Steelers will win.
Yeah.
Colts.
Richardson's horrible.
Richardson had a bad week last week.
Steelers.
He's bouncing back this week. Big. He's gonna have a 30-point game. I think he gives Pittsburgh their first loss this week.
Broncos
Give me the Steelers, baby.
I'll put a prop side
Let
bet
me-
that
let me
Jonathan
make the
Taylor
pick
rushes
before
in
you
too.
get
I
to the next one.
forgot. Broncos at Jets. The Jets.
Jets.
I'm gonna go Jets.
Jets, Jets.
We knew you were doing that.
Pick. Eagles at Buccaneers. I'm going with the Bucks.
Eagles.
Who's the favorite?
The favorite.
Eagles.
The favorite's Philly. by 2.5.
Eagles.
By 2.5.
Eagles.
Fuck everybody. Tampa.
Eagles.
I just hate the Eagles.
Commanders at Cardinals. Take the Cards. Cards.
Commanders.
It's in Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Arizona, let's do it this week, boys.
Jaden Daniels goes back to Arizona where he played at Arizona State and he gets the dub. Give me the Commanders.
I think he gets embarrassed in front of his home crowd.
Patriots at Niners. The Niners will win and become 2-2.
Niners.
49ers.
49ers. It's very scary that McCaffrey went to Germany to go see a specialist.
Oh,
for
yeah,
his
he's in
Achilles
trouble.
tendons.
Yo, Pat.
He's
was
out
at
for
my
the
house.
season.
Quick break for this. Just one quick sentence. Pat goes, oh, shit, dog. CMC out for the year, dog. Me and Robert both go, where did you hear that? He goes, it's on Twitter, dog. It's got to be true. Oh, my God.
Yeah, DJ.
And after this, remind me to tell you about my dad's story about the new
Chiefs-
Justin Bieber song he heard.
Chiefs at Chargers. I'll take the Chiefs.
Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs are favored by 8 points.
Jordan.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Hate the Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Browns at Raiders.
This is a shit bowl.
Oh my God.
There's only one answer here.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
That's not it.
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Las Vegas sucks.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Cleveland Browns.
Actually, let me change my answer.
No, what the?
I want the
Change
Browns.
it.
I want the Browns. I
Change
want
it.
the
Everyone
Browns.
take the
Now he's
Browns. I
copying
want-
me. You see?
yeah,
now
he
he's
did copy
copying
you.
me.
Yeah, but how many picks did you copy before
If you
this?
win that one, you only get half.
All right,
Go ahead.
Fair enough. Bills at Ravens. I'm taking the Bills.
That's going to be a smoke show. I
Bills
can't
I like
wait.
that. That's a Sunday night football
It's Sunday
game.
night game.
I know.
I like
yeah,
the
I can't
Ravens.
wait for that game.
I like the Bills.
Who'd you go?
Ravens.
I like the NFL to even it out because that's how the script usually goes. Ravens.
I knew you were
Oh
going to say
my
Ravens.
God.
I'm going with the real white Jesus, Josh Allen.
Baltimore.
That's it. You just lost.
Titans at Miami. Battle of ass versus ass. I'm gonna take the Dolphins though.
I'm going to take the Dolphins.
I don't think so.
Tennessee. Oh, sorry.
Tennessee.
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 Seahawks at Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions.
I'm taking Seattle.
Seahawks at Lions. Lions.
D-Town this week, boys.
Lions.
The Dogs.
That's it. That's
I shouldn't see, like, me and Bourne are
now.
always the ones that take Detroit. I took Cardinals last.
I take Detroit because of their coach.
I take Detroit because they're Dogs.
I believe in him. Like he's like.
I
he-
want to play for him
he
just because he's
literally-
that
It's
cool.
funny. I used to have season tickets back when he was the coach for the Dolphins. He was strength and conditioning for the Dolphins. I had first row in the end zone, and everybody that I used to bring to the game, I would tell everybody. I'd be like, "Yo, this guy's gonna be a head coach one day." The way he used to scream at these guys, you'd never believe
called
it.
that?
Listen,
You'd
he
never
fully,
believe it.
He fully gets it. When you're that passionate
Yeah.
about
That is the most
something,
perfect
Yeah.
word
when
for
you're
that.
that passionate about something, there's no way nobody doesn't want to run through a brick wall for you.
The way
exactly
he had
it.
these 300-pound linemen running during warm-ups when I had those season tickets was like nothing.
Like
before.
I'm fully convinced. I remember on Hard Knocks when he was on Hard Knocks and he had that speech that he spoke to the guys, and he was like, "Man, I think about you guys all the time." I really do believe
No,
that
he
he
does.
does.
100%.
Like he could be making love to his wife, thinking about the
100%.
guys at the
He's like,
like,
Smith smash me.
yeah,
Get
yeah,
your caught that ball.
It's funny. It's usually those military people that have that kind of
Listen,
mindset.
He is
he was
100%
military guy.
live and die by his team, and that's why they rallied so good last year. And that's why they're going to continue to have success because he is so passionate about his team. Like he probably has sleepovers with like the quarterback and like summer parties with the whole.
Dude, their team's so good that the offense coordinator decided to decline a head coaching job to go back there to go
Do
try
we
to win
talk
something.
about Aiden Hutchinson being the most?
Dude, he's
This
phenomenal.
guy's got like
Hold on.
8 Hutchins, and then my favorite part about Aiden Hutchinson is he grew up like 5 miles from the stadium.
Here's the thing.
He's a born, grown Detroit boy.
Here's the thing I like about it, right? I seen a video of Aiden Hutchinson. He was walking through the airport, and there was a little kid, and the little kid was wearing an Aiden Hutchinson jersey. Kid didn't know Aiden Hutchinson was behind him. Aiden Hutchinson sees him. He's with his wife or girlfriend, whoever she is at the time right now.
Break out the Sharpie.
He's like, man, the kid turns around. Oh, my God, you're my favorite player. Takes a picture with him right away. Cool. All of that is amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what a lot of people don't understand is for kids, athletes will normally always do that. Like, maybe there's an occasion where the athlete's having a bad day.
Very rare.
It's very rare. But
Depends what sport.
And it also depends on the athlete too.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I feel like LeBron would just walk by a pack of kids and not give nothing. Aiden Hutchinson, on the other hand, who had to
Yeah,
grind it
absolutely.
out and really put himself there.
Bro, a lot of these football guys, they stop for almost everybody.
Yeah.
These basketball guys, they don't stop for
Bro, because-
nada.
Because let me explain. And I've had this talk with Keith and Mike before, and other NFL players. These basketball players, no matter what their contract is, whether they get hurt the next game, they're guaranteed every dollar. So they are so on their high horse, like to where football, it's more of a humbling sport.
It's
Like
gotten
if I
to a
don't
point
perform,
where these guys will literally wear the most fruitiest outfits ever,
Yeah, they're all fruitcakes.
and they think that they're like they define
you
it
can
as
blame Cam
fashion.
Newton for that. Blame
Dude,
Cam Newton for that
You
high
look-
fashion.
but you're not questioning
Oh, them
Cam
too.
Newton's masculinity based off what he's wearing. You still know Cam Newton is very
you know
mannish.
what? I will tell you one athlete I was questioning his masculinity based off what he wore, and it turned out my assumptions are correct because his son is now a daughter. Dwayne Wade.
Oh yeah.
Guy was coming out in the. Can't say the words, don't want to get flagged, but he was coming out in some zesty
Yeah, we know what
fits.
you're talking about.
He was zesty.
Yeah. The crazy,
Fishnet shirt with pearl necklace.
the
That
crazy,
was, that was it for me.
The crazy part about it, Cam Newton is actually doing an amazing job of being in this space right now. Because if you've ever watched some of his
It's
actual like YouTubes that he does, it's cool. It's really good.
I
Like,
watched him on a lot of pods.
Good stuff.
not his pod, not
No,
somebody
I'm saying
else's.
Even
his.
when he goes, well, he's himself, but like when you could always really tell who people are when they go on somebody else's.
Right,
You
right,
know what
right.
I'm saying? Like when you're doing your own thing, you're navigating it. When you get on someone else's pod, for instance, if he came here and you were, directing where the questions are going to go, he's got to be his true self. He's got to, answer it.
Speaking of pods, Jeremy, put it up for me, please. I apologize in advance. Guys, make sure you
those
click
guys.
like, subscribe, show some love. The last episode was absolutely phenomenal.
It was
hilarious.
awesome. Thank you to my wife for getting those questions
So
together.
if you guys didn't tune in, we'll give you a little brief rundown just real quick, not too much because we want you to watch the show. Joe did an episode where he literally took the comments of what people have been leaving him
Yeah.
and
Good and
responded
bad.
to those
Good and
comments.
bad.
Now, Joe and I did speak because some of these comments come from user 026F789.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have control of.
It's dope though because the episode now has all new comments with new questions on it.
Of course.
Like one of the questions was, what made your dad actually do the move from New York to Florida? And I'll get into it on the next pod, but I mean, in a short answer, jail.
Change the scenery.
Got out of prison, my mom scooped him up, they drove to Florida. So,
Change the
like,
scenery.
that was it.
So, and the reason why people ask this sometimes, the reason why I constantly plug Joe's show on this show is because currently our platform gets more views, right? Because ours has been out a lot longer.
Yeah.
I wish I had somebody doing that for me because I feel like we would be further along than we are right
But
now
granted,
if I
you
did.
you were ahead of the curve. Like there was I think about a lot of the things that I did also back then that were ahead of the curve.
I don't know
Like
if you-
that if I redid it now, it would blow up.
I don't know if you remember this, but when we were making the, was it Safe Trust Financials, all this
Financials,
stuff like that, Joe and I did stuff back in the days where we donated
We
to
looked like
good causes
little
and stuff.
babies in that video.
So anyway, make a long story short, the guy who was shooting for me, Doug, shout out to Doug, he's out in LA doing big things.
Love Doug.
Doug called it way in advance. Said, guys, 1 minute videos is the future. Like he knew.
Yeah, shorts.
Like shorts was the future. He knew way in advance. And Doug was bright. He's so intelligent. Like he might seem off, but he's like smart. And it's just like, if I had the funding to give you everything that you need to create what you create, I would 100% back you. Because I know that kid's going to end up being somebody's.
Do you remember when
he knew.
Do you remember when I was working as an ambassador for that clothing brand, the fighting clothing brand, Toe to Toe?
Yeah.
Me and John Rubin flew to Cali, met with a bunch of fighters. UFC hadn't even really taken off like how big it is now, and I feel like
I think the only thing at that time was Tap Out, right? Tap Out was the big name.
Tap Out was the only real big one. And
So this was basically going to be like the competition
this,
Tap
yeah,
Out.
so
we're
it was like the real deal dope ass apparel, man. It was called Toe to Toe. That's one of my boys. Shout out JP. He actually did a song called Toe to Toe, and the song was actually used in the movie Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's like the song was created for this clothing company, and it ended up getting sung by Universal, whoever, and was put in the movie, which was pretty cool. But yeah, man, again, like I feel like if that brand was launched today,
Oh, wow.
and how fire the all the merch was into the UFC world, bro, it would crush right now. But this was 12 years ago.
I was making, and Crate would tell you this. I
Too
was
ahead,
making
too ahead of the
content
curve sometimes.
before making content was a thing. I was literally making content nonstop.
I'll remember, like, I'll never forget it. Like, it was yesterday. I was sitting outside your shop. I had just gotten a cut. And Crate had walked up and was like, bro, you've seen this new app called Instagram? I go, no, what is it? He goes, it's like Twitter, but pictures. I go, what? I hate Twitter because it's only words. This is back when you couldn't post pictures on Twitter.
Sure.
I was like, you need to get this app. So me and Crate were like part of the first 10,000 people to download Instagram.
Sure.
That's why I was so mad when my account got deleted.
I remember exactly where I was when my mom was signing up for Facebook, and she was she was like telling my adult cousins
Oh
at
my
the
God,
time, like
it's bad.
about Facebook, and there I am, I'm like fucking 7, 8 years old, like sitting in the room, like.
Okay, I'll tell you how old I am. In order to have Facebook,
Yeah.
you had to have a college email.
Yeah.
Facebook was created for college students only.
College students
so
only.
I used my bogus ass PBCC.
That's hilarious.
I think I did like one half a class there.
How'd they verify that it was like a
Because
college
the email is at .edu, is education.
Right.
So if you didn't have an edu email
So
address,
as long as you typed in anything with
no, you had
.edu?
to get a verification email and
okay,
click it.
gotcha,
But
gotcha.
that was it. Once they opened the floodgates, that's
Yeah.
when Facebook blew up. But yeah, in the beginning, it was if you didn't have a college email, it was no go. But back then, no one gave a shit about Facebook because MySpace was popping.
Yeah, I remember.
So listen, I
You
didn't
weren't
have
in the top 8, bro.
I didn't
Don't
have
call
either
me.
one, and I'll explain why. I was big on just enjoying the moment, enjoying life. And I was definitely on the BlackBerry
BlackBerry
tip.
guy.
Looking for his
But
Blackberries
what I
a few days ago.
realized you have to have a level of maturity when you're on social media. And at the time, the group that I was around, there's no way in God's green earth. They had it was trolling, it was they would literally take fights, arguments, whatever it may be, straight there. Like they're going straight there. There's no filter, there's no nothing. So to stay away from all that, I just stayed off of it. It wasn't until I started doing things with the show, things with the shop, realizing that eventually Enasia's playing, she's gonna have to need some type of guidance.
Speaking
in
about
this.
ahead of the curve, you were ahead of the curve in the shop.
Yeah.
Like all this luxury, gourmet, not gourmet, what's the word I'm looking for? Upscale, high fashion barbering.
People thought I was nuts.
You were doing that way back, bro. Girls washing the hair, you come in, you sit down.
The girls watching
The girls washing. Yeah, that was Crate's favorite.
Was it the executive?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Crate. That was
I had the executive and the
executive.
exclusive.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, the exclusive came with
Those,
a drink.
those are the package levels?
Oh yeah.
So,
I came.
this is a true
I would
story.
have a glass of Hennessy.
So
get
this is a
my
true
hair
story.
lathered.
I never sold the alcohol.
No, that was.
I never
It
sold the
just- it just
alcohol.
came with the
I actually
package?
hired a lawyer to get me a Florida statute to make sure that I was within my rights to do this.
That was
So
right.
the exclusive was one
Complimentary.
price. You paid $40 back then, which was like 20 years ago. You paid $40 for it, and the alcohol was free. So for example, the choice of your whatever. What do you like to drink? Just name something.
I like Crown.
Crown. So Crown would be in the like the little closet that was locked. Your Crown would be in there.
Right.
And then when you came for your appointment at 6 o'clock,
Right.
Crown
the
was
girl
out.
would come over, pour you a glass of Crown.
Yeah.
You drink your Crown while you're sitting, get
Yeah.
your haircut, get your hair washed, get the hell out the door.
That's lit.
It was lit.
That's a good
But
time.
again, it was ahead of the curve. People were like,
Yeah.
well, what if I don't want to pay $40? Then you don't get no other extra services. Sit down, get your
what's the
haircut, get out.
What's the deal now?
I mean,
It's a
now.
little bit different.
You think
Dude, I go in.
You want a glass of whiskey?
I'll take whatever. I get like 15 minutes, and he's kicking me out the shop.
Get out.
So back then, there were certain people that drank. Crates never drank, so
Well, one
Crate
time-
used to just come in.
One time,
Crate
One
came
time.
in, got his hair cut. Cool, no
I
problem.
mean, I don't drink, but
He
I
would
want to
pay
be
me-
offered.
He would pay me for his haircut, right?
I just wanna say no.
I gotta tell you the story. I gotta tell you the story. He would pay me for his haircut. Cool, no problem, whatever. And then he would sit down. Mind you, I spent 30 minutes on this kid
should've
making him look good.
gotten
Wait, hold on. I spent 30 minutes on this kid making him look good, right? He would sit in the hair washer, like the girl that was washing his hair. He would
45
sit there for
minutes.
like less than 5 minutes,
Yeah.
washing his hair,
Yeah.
and give her the same amount he just gave me.
Oh, yeah, he was-
and I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, yo, what the hell?
Crate was a big tipper when it
Hey,
came to ladies.
you miss 100% of the shots you do not take.
Oh, yeah. I live by that. I live by that motto.
Dude,
I take
those
shots.
those
I
girls
took
that
2
used to
shots
work
today.
at the shop used to make ridiculous money in like no time.
Where'd you find him?
A lot of
I
them were
think,
just
I think one found one, and then it just started. I got a friend. I
yeah.
got a
So
friend.
like
I got
what
a friend,
happened
I got a
is
friend,
it's
I got a
like
friend.
actually a lot of these girls were college girls going to college. They needed extra money. They didn't want to work on the table or whatever. The cash was good. It was limited
Yeah,
amount of
yeah,
hours.
Literally,
like-
and they had the most fun ever being in that shop.
They used to
It was
have
a
to
party
move
every
me
day in
to
that
and
shop.
I was a good boss. So like the only thing I said to them was like, listen, the guys are gonna hit on you. They're just guys. talk to them outside of the shop. Don't ruin your money in the store. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the minute, let's say, for example, Crate is talking to one of them,
Yeah.
and these guys know that Crate is talking to the girl,
They're not gonna spend money.
they're not going to
For
spend
sure,
money
for
on you,
sure.
sweetie. Like, they're not going to take care of
They
you.
used
Like,
to have to pick me
you know what I'm
eating
saying?
up
You
off the
ruined
chairs.
it.
One
You know
of
what I'm
our-
saying?
One of our boys is dating one of them, and it's like, oh yeah, she can watch her. I'm like, it's my boy's girl. Can't do that.
Yeah, it's over.
Feels
That's
weird.
it. It's done.
I'd be
Like,
thinking
it's
about my
finished.
homie the whole time she's washing my hair.
Crate was in love. There was one. Crate was in love. he was in love.
Does her name
He
start with
was-
L?
She's a doctor now too.
Does her
Yeah,
name
see,
start
look,
with
as we know, we're not gonna say her name.
I'm
but,
not saying her name. It starts with
he
an
was
L,
in
though, right?
love. He was smitten for sure.
L one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was smitten for sure.
In Crate's defense, she was one of the better looking ones.
And
so,
she's
yes.
a doctor now too.
yeah.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
Should've
She's
stayed
Great
great.
White
on that.
Buffalo, you let her get away. She's a doctor. You could have been screaming, eating McDonald's all day and not have to worry about
Huh?
nothing.
When was all this?
Well, now it's probably like 20 years ago.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I started really young.
15.
I mean,
Well, I mean, Giabelle's 15. She wasn't even a thought yet.
Yeah,
So
started
I mean,
really
that's
young.
15 years. I use my kids for everything. I'm like,
That's a
how long?
Born, that's why I had the motorcycle. So like what, 2009, 2010.
I was right out of high school.
I got raided in 09.
that's how he knows.
I know. I track life events. Like people are like, oh, well, I seen you. I was like, well, I ain't drank in 2 years. So last time I seen you, we were wasted. So it had to be more than 2 years ago. Like, literally. And people are like, oh, I met you at so-and-so. I go, how long ago was that? They go, about 2.5 years ago. Don't remember meeting you. But I'm Joe. Nice to meet you. I will remember now. Oh, so many people, dude. And there's funny stuff that I'll tell you guys off camera that's happened. But
I'm trying to think.
all right, so I have to bring up this story.
Go ahead.
First of all, Zerly, I went to go buy a
Can you tell them who Zerly is?
Okay.
Like
I was going to get to it. I went into the hookup on 441.
Shout out to them.
Shout out my boys earlier. There's hookups everywhere. They really do have the hookup, but I didn't find the hookup today because I looked at the price. Buddy, I grabbed a Sprite tropical mix. Very rare to find those. They don't pop around. But I looked at the top of this cap.
At
and
your buddy's shop?
Yeah, and it said $9.99.
Oof.
I walked up to the other guy. I go, is that a misprint? He goes, no. I go, did Zerly bump his head this morning? $10 for a 20-ounce Sprite?
But explain to the audience. So basically, they have like stuff.
They
that,
have sodas that are not like really available. Like they have all the ones from Japan where you pop the things in, which I had real problem with at Hibachi. I don't know if anybody's seen my story. I lost a piece. I couldn't figure out how to pop the bead in it. But they have all those like designer drinks for Japan and all that. These Fagos are like hard to come by. You won't just find these in the gas station. These aren't astronomical. This was like $3. But $10 for a Sprite tropical mix, which it is a fire Sprite. Was one of my favorites. I ain't paying $10 for
So
it.
the bottle says 149, but they
The bottle doesn't say anything. It just says Sprite tropical mix, and then it's $9.99.
well, no, this one
No,
says
but he's not
149.
talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
this one
one's more than
specifically.
$149.
Yeah.
So go ahead,
This
finish
one I
telling
think-
the story.
So that was it. I was just like, yo, I'm not paying $10 for a Sprite. No.
Yeah.
I said, as much as I love Zerly and love to support him, I can't do $10 for a Sprite play. I'm going to take this one for $2.50, cotton candy out the door. The other thing I wanted to bring up, my dad gets in the car on the way to the podcast, I swear to God. And before we could even entertain what he said, me and my brother were laughing so hard.
About?
He goes, you guys see that new Justin Bieber song?
Wait, first off,
First of all, we started
Was that what he
laughing.
was
you see
dancing
the
to?
song?
See it, hear it,
How
whatever
do you
he meant by
see the
it.
song?
What?
Was that what he was dancing to on the driveway?
No, that was YMCA.
No, that was
That's
YMCA.
it. Then my Aunt Linda got into it. Then I went in the house and came back out, and they're still in the garage dancing. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
So he asked you if you've seen the Justin
If I
Bieber
say,
song.
everything is seen. He's turned the lights up. We all say everything backwards all over the place. But I go, me and Rob start dying laughing because first of all, why is my dad listening to Justin Bieber? First of all, and we go, no, we didn't hear it. What's it called? He goes, you got to hear it, bro. It's wild. It's called I Lost My Soul at a Diddy Party.
No.
Me and my brother. What?
This is hilarious.
Yo, we lost it. I'm talking full blown lost it. Because me and my brother know that there's no shot that that's the song title.
Yeah.
Or if that song was even ever made.
Yeah.
I go, bro, you heard
What's
the
he
song?
talking
He goes,
about?
I heard his voice and everything. I go, bro, it's AI.
AI,
dude." I go,
yeah.
it was AI. I go, there's no shot. And you had to hear the lyrics. All I wanted was a Ferrari. I didn't know it was gonna cost my soul at Diddy's party. I'm like, bro, Dad, this is not a real song, dude. Like, this is so. And so my brother's in the back seat. We're crying. My dad, obviously, he hits me a lot when he thinks he's right. Actually, every time he thinks he's right, he hits me. He goes, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry. He backhands me with his 30-pound mitts right in the side of my face. And I'm driving, mind you. I'm like swerving. And Rob goes, Justin Bieber, Lost My Soul at a Diddy Party song's going viral. My dad immediately smacks me in my face. Apologize. Smacks me again. Apologize. Not even 2 seconds later, Rob goes, the song by Justin Bieber that he lost his soul at a Diddy Party is, in fact, a fake song that is AI generated. So I immediately turn to my dad, smack him in his neck. I go, say you're sorry. He goes, hit me like that again. I'll break both your legs. While I'm trying to hit me like that again, I'll break both your legs. But you just hit me. He goes, I didn't hit you that hard. I'm like, bro, I have a mark on my face from where you slapped me. Every time he does, he goes, you hit me harder than I hit you. He's like a child. I'm like, no, you. I go, first of all, keep your hands to yourself, and this wouldn't happen. But we get all in the studio. We tell Christian, shout out Christian, our producer, and instantly does the same thing, goes in full hysterics, knowing that that's not a real song, and that Justin Bieber, hasn't even really been named yet, and he's not going to put himself out that he lost his soul at the Diddy Party before the case even started. So shout out to my dad for falling for another internet sham.
Your dad and Pat believe in anything.
Pat said it. If it's on Twitter, it's got to be real. That's in the great words of Pat Miller.
Well, guys,
It's on
that's going to
Twitter,
conclude today's episode. Make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube and Rumble. The show is sponsored by Katie Power Greens, our urban farm microgreens company that I own with my kids. The episode's powered by Ignite Social. Ashley Oliver does an amazing job with all of our social media. And once again, get all of your EC Respect merch at EnasiaColón.com. ENASIACOLON.com. We'll see you next episode, guys. Appreciate it.